I'm warming up my car, so I try to speak as loud as I can. I try to project a little louder. So I was listening to a young lady. She does have some good videos, really good videos. Hey, I'm just getting started, so she has really good videos. I wear glasses sometimes, so she was speaking on you know, I don't know what the subject was. It was something about choosing, I don't know, it was about choosing friends that are don't downgrade your beauty standards or something like that. I kind of agree. I kind of do. She made valid points. I'll say that. I'm not saying you should go out here and dog people out just because, sorry y'all, just because they don't, you know, you wear makeup, they don't wear makeup. Most people that you're around, because we don't want to go off of just what we think. Like, we can think we're pretty and all that stuff like that, but we need, you know, some outside, sometimes you need a little outside validation to seek verification. I'll say outside verification, because sometimes, you know, you fake it till you make it. So to receive that outside verification is really good, y'all. That way you'll know, like, hey, you know what I'm thinking, and inside is really what a lot of people are thinking. So yeah, but the girl, she was like, she was just talking about, and I've been through this before. As a woman, I guess I don't. The more up in age I get, I really don't pay attention to negative people like that at all. Like, I really just ignore them. This is second nature to me. I'm like, you know, it make me laugh. I think they're funny. They're very humorous. And some people will say things like, let's say you're into fashion or whatever. I get better every single year. I've always been into fashion, not like in a. I'll tell you this. I'm gonna claim it. I've been into fashion. I love fashion. I love clothes. I like clothes. You know, the way people put them together, unique to them. You know, the way it looks on people's bodies. Whatever. It don't matter the size. Like, you can put something together. I don't care if it's skinny. You know, very slim. Some people don't like the word skinny. Very slim to very thick, very robust. You know, like, you could be, hey, you could be a big, beautiful mama out here. Okay, y'all, you really can. And I mean, you know, some people say, oh, don't call yourself black or African, whatever, right? I am that I am. I'm a black female, you say that. And we have been in my community, in my family, I have, you know, some smaller women in my family, and then I have some, you know, medium size. What we consider medium size is big to some people. And then we got some bigger women, and they're beautiful. They're bigger, but they are beautiful. And I always remind my younger, I have a few young cousins, they're bigger, you know, but they are beautiful. They literally are beautiful, pretty women. And I want them to have all the confidence in the world. I don't know how they feel, but I don't like when people put themselves down and stuff like that. Don't you put yourself down. Like, look, they're bigger, but I'll tell you this, big, small, tall, whatever, as women, put yourself together every day. You put yourself together. That's, to me, that's the most important thing. Like, don't come out raggedy. I don't care. I do not care how big, how small, how tall, how short. Don't come out the house looking crazy. Get your hair done. If you can't do your own hair, cool. If you're like, hey, you don't know how to do, you just want to, like my mom right now, she used to go to the, you know, the stylist like once or twice a month, right? get her hair straightened out, or then sometimes she wouldn't do that. She would just go like a whole year. She'll do like one. Oh, yeah. Go a little slow. She'll do one style. I'm trying to slow down in my car. She'll do one style all year round. So there was a thing called straws. So I think straws would be considered like what people would do, like the mini flexi rods or something like that. She would do that all year, and it was so pretty on her. And then it would just get bigger and bigger and bigger. It was really pretty. So some women are really good at maintaining the health of their natural hair. If you're not, you might have to get some help with it. If you feel like, hey, you cute with a shortcut, wear that shortcut. I know some girls that can rock a shortcut. Do what you got to do for you. But in the process of you blowing up, looking better, or if you're already looking good, I will say you cannot worry. One thing about becoming your most beautiful self, or doing the best you can't worry about what other people say about you. They gonna say some stuff. They gonna say they'll say, most people will sing your praises, and then if you're a respectful, like I'm still a respectful person. I don't, try to, have my head all in the clouds, like, oh yeah, I'm better than these people because they don't do this or that. This looks so weird, y'all. So just keep that in mind. Stay humble, but also have high self-esteem. Have good self-esteem about yourself, okay? And yeah, it's important, because honey, if you don't have good self-esteem, nobody's gonna do it for you. Some people will boost your self-esteem up and help you, but at the end of the day, you have to do it. If you can talk to some pretty women. You didn't know some pretty women, some of them don't have good self-esteem. They're just cocky. Okay? There are some women like that. They're beautiful, but they don't know they're beautiful. And just because you're beautiful doesn't mean you have to be cocky. You can be cocky here and there, just for fun, but not to diminish other people. We don't want to do that, guys. That's not cool. It's not cool at all. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. Y'all got to do something, because selfie mode is not no joke. But selfie mode, no filters. Whew, it's no joke. But anyway, so it's cold, y'all. Excuse me if I'm sniffling a little bit. But yeah, you gotta have confidence no matter what. When I was younger, I was slimmer, and I look like I'm big here, but I'm not. At my biggest, I'm like 5'3", and I might have been the biggest I've ever been, and this is pretty big for me, y'all. Is like 152, and that was over COVID. And I was like eating protein bars a lot and taking creatine, and I wasn't really. I was half, I'm gonna say half tail. I was gonna say the A word, but half tail working out. So don't eat protein bars, y'all. Even though it didn't have a lot of it, like I made sure it didn't have a lot of sugar in it and stuff like that. So I'm big on my sugars. So I made sure they didn't have more than 2 grams of sugar. But even if it doesn't have a lot of sugar, it has the carbohydrates counts as sugar, and then they might be using another form of sugar because it's sweet, right? So I had to keep that in mind. But it's funny because I gained that weight because I know what I was doing, though, y'all. I don't play no blame game. I know what I was doing. You have to know exactly what you're eating. Know your ingredients. Look at them. Face the facts. Okay? So you'll know what you're doing to yourself. You can't only, we can blame the system and all that stuff. Yeah, they're doing what they're doing, but we playing a part too, y'all. Yeah. But what was I gonna say? I had a few girls. I was small, and I was just naturally smaller. It's just how I was. My mom wasn't a bigger lady, and there's nothing I could do. I would try to eat as much as I possibly could. But I was gonna say, so the biggest I have ever been was like 152, and my adult life, before that, I was like 130. So in college, I might have been like 115. You know what I mean? So that's going to college. That's me trying to eat everything I can because I'm a black girl. So I'm like, because of our beauty, you know, the way people look at us, they, well, if you're like a valley black girl or somebody you grew up on the richer side of town and whatnot, like you might want to be more skinny because that's how, you know, the people that you grew up around, they might, you know, like skinny mini or whatever. But in my neck of the woods, they like the thick chick, you know, like those girls, you know, like girls. If y'all don't know, you know, like they really, you know, the way people were trying to get surgeries and stuff like that, like they naturally look like that. It wasn't, you didn't have to have no BBL, like you know, you was just naturally thicker than a Snicker, like they say. So I wasn't thicker than a Snicker, but I was cute. And I never had an issue, you know, getting a boyfriend and all that, but I was smaller and I wanted to get bigger. So, and then if you're small, let me know, comment on it. You know, you try to gain some weight, male or female, right? But I'm more so talking about females because I don't think y'all really have to deal with the beauty stuff as much unless you're, you know, kind of, you know what I mean? Like, unless you into that girly stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then more power to you, honey. So being, you know, with that said, like not a lot of people, but every now and then them girls, you know, my culture, they was, hey, you know, there wasn't no bullying. I don't do the bully thing. Like, that's one thing, you know. I knew how to handle myself, but, you know, some people, if you weren't a real brave, can stand up for yourself type of girl or person, even with the girls, people run over you. So I would get back with them. You know, they were little skinny jokes and stuff like that. I'm like, look, I can't help that I'm this way and that you're that. You don't feel good about yourself. You know what I'm saying? I would, you know, they'd be like, you know. So yeah, I'd be like, hey, and then at that time, like most young girls do not love themselves. But I knew I was beautiful, right? I knew I had been told you're pretty, this and that, da all the time. But that was, you know, it's like a false sense of, self-esteem or something. So, but as you get older, hopefully y'all have reached a point in your life that you do actually love yourself. And you should like yourself too. You should have fun by yourself, with yourself. You should be laughing. You know what I'm saying? When you're by yourself, you know, whatever you find funny, just find fun by yourself, right? Get to know yourself, love yourself, and you won't accept anybody talking down to you. If a person is a friend, I don't care what they look like, they should treat you good. But this is one thing she was saying, and this is why I get on I don't get on there in real life, I don't, but I was not in a bad, if a person, I don't let my friends talk down on themselves. I had one friend, she's not unattractive at all, but she, you know, she had some health things going on, and because of that, it's kind of knocking her hormones off, so she'll get, you know, big and swole and stuff like that. And I was saying, hey, baby, just start, you know, try to start eating better. You're not eating better, you're doing all these things, honey. You making that money. You know, you're smart. You're all these things. You're beautiful. Her mom is beautiful. She's a tall woman, and the taller you are for most women, because most men would like us to be a little smaller, be smaller than them and stuff like that, right? And I don't know how it is now, but some guys, okay, some guys love, and just keep this in mind. Some guys, y'all keep this in mind. I want you to get your stuff together. Some men don't look at another woman and she's of average stature and be thinking like, oh my God, like she's gonna get all the men. She might get a lot more than attention than you. Or no, I ain't gonna even say that. She might get a more men because on average, you know, the men, because of you know, things we see every day, whether it be on social media or TV, she looks more in that stature range, right? But you still have I want you to have the fullest confidence in yourself, because, girl, I'm going to tell you, there are some men, they might not be saying anything to you, but they like you, okay? There are some men that they like them a big bone woman, honey. They like them a big woman. They might not be saying nothing to you, and they might not want to say nothing to their friends because they don't want to get shamed. I'm gonna say not embarrassed, but I'm gonna say shamed, because they like a big woman. That's what they like. And I'm so happy, like, that there are. I ain't gonna lie, I was on this dating site for like 1 year, right? And I just can't. Yeah, that's just something. I wish a lot of people would get off of it, and I get it. This one guy I was listening to, he was like, hey, unless you're just super duper busy, like you got businesses, you're doing all kind of stuff, you can't sit your butt down, you can do that. But y'all, please, we got to start talking to each other again. Listen to that Jodeci song, Come and Talk to Me. But I want it to be, it could be either way. It should just be talking. It don't have to be you coming to holler at nobody. It could just be having conversation. If you can have conversation with this woman, then she's nice enough to where you maybe can, if she's acting funny with you, you're just talking to her, just saying, hi, how are you doing? You look very nice today. I just want to compliment you. Y'all, if she's with her female friends and stuff like that, y'all look very nice. And, and if you see a guy, if y'all, hey, ask him a question or something like that, and then if he's open, you can start y'all can start, you started it, but you just ask a question, and it works differently or whatever, and then kind of see if he's open to you, and then if he is open to you, he will ask you for your number, okay? And I think I get it with all the people, the men not coming to the women a lot. Man, back in the day when I was growing up, honey, them men would just, oh my God, they would flock to you. But one thing, this is what I will say, look, men, don't think bad about this now. So let's just say I wasn't vibing with a guy. Now, I never disrespected men. I'm like, well, I'm not available right now. They would say, okay, it's fine, you still look good, blah, blah, blah. We'll be in a party, next time you know, a woman, girl, you'll look across the room and he'll be talking to getting somebody else's number. Look, I can't hate on that man. That's how you need to do it. Do it. Don't just stop. Don't let one woman or one girl ruin your night. This heifer might have an attitude, okay? Okay. As soon as she get an attitude, you walk, have a good day, and walk off. Walk off. Let her stand there with her mouth open. Okay? Because that's how you teach people, those disrespectful women like that. Alright? Because you could just turn a person down without being disrespectful, y'all. Come on. Like, or just say, hey, I'm dating right now. No, I'm dating. You could say, yeah, I'm you could say I'm dating someone right now, and I really just, one person one guy at a time, It's all I can really handle. So I really like the guy, and we're really, hitting it off. So I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? And yeah. But anyway, just don't be, look, I don't know, get away from me. Why would you do that, y'all? That's crazy. Don't do that to people. Don't be that person, okay, y'all? But anyways, and then guys, like what I said. But going back to size, you think it matters, but it really kind of does, but it kind of doesn't. Don't matter. There's some big beautiful women that are married. There's some big, not so attractive, I'm gonna say, women that are married. I'm not gonna say they're not beautiful, but they're not appeasing to most people's eyes, and they're married and they're happy, okay, and they can have a good husband, okay. All right, I'm just saying, y'all. And then also I was gonna say slow my butt down, y'all. I'm finna get off of this thing. These people driving crazy. Also, I was gonna say that, yeah, so don't ever, hey, and just because a woman is smaller doesn't mean she is attractive, okay? You can't, come on, just be, I have seen, and I'm saying it's a big, don't, just because you're a big girl, you, look, make sure your clothes are fitting you right. Smaller girls, make sure your clothes, you don't have to have, everybody's clothes need to be fitting them right for their body. Okay, put you on some shapewear, girl. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Put you on some shapewear. And I'm going to do like this because some people knows it. Put you on some shapewear. Do what you got to do. Look the best. Look smooth. You know what I mean? And men already know. Okay, let's say you're heavier. They might get surprised. And you might have that beautiful tight skin. Like smooth. And then they, you know, if you're grown man, you've been with women, you've seen women, out of their clothes. And if you like a bigger woman, and he had bigger women before, honey, he know, you might come out of your clothes, and some things might, hey, some things might lay aside, some things might, have a little scratch to them, you know what I'm saying, a little scratchy mark. You had a baby, honey, you big or small, you might have some scratch marks. Once you say you had a baby in their head, they're like, okay, all right. If they've been with a woman with a baby, they're grown, especially if they're grown. Okay, all right. So I know what I'm doing. I might be dealing in their head. They know this, y'all. Guys comment if you know what I mean. They're not. If you're a little older or whatever. You might have some tight, smooth skin, but there's some women out here where when they was young, they had the let's say you had some big, beautiful legs. Big old, I like some. I think women we're beautiful, all shapes and sizes. You got the big, beautiful legs, big old giant legs, right? And you look so cute, in your own way, in your clothes, the way you wear them, all that stuff, right? Love yourself, girl. And where is my doggone my card, y'all? Ooh. Okay, there it is. You might, what was I gonna say? You might, you might have cellulite or whatever. Cellulite, they call it cottage cheese, all that. You can be small and have that, okay? But you had them big old giant legs. Most people are not gonna have smooth skin. Some people do. And it's surprising to me. But most women that had a big, the bigger, come on, man. They probably gonna be thinking. Some men might not, but if they know a grown man, grown man, they know women. They done had them a few women. They already know. Okay, this girl, she might have a little manly men. Now these days they might know. There are men my age. I said, do you know what cottage cheese is? Do you know what cellulite is? There was some men. I'm saying, y'all, this is so funny. This is so funny, y'all. There are men, when I say manly men, they're not concerned with a lot of feminine stuff at all, right? If you're in a relationship with them, they might ask you a few questions like, babe, what does that mean? What does this mean? They literally don't have a doggone clue. So if your man knows a lot about this stuff, then I don't know what to tell you. Maybe he's young, or if he's older, I'm a little concerned. But cottage cheese, cellulite, don't you know it's a lot of men? I've tested it. I've dated a lot of men, and they really, the older, when I say maybe 40s plus or 45 plus, they were like, no, I don't know what is cottage cheese and what is cellulite. I don't know what that is. They had never heard of it, y'all. I was like, what? And we're concerned. I'm sorry, y'all. And we're concerned about how we, these terms and different things like that, and how people perceive us, and they don't even have a clue, girl. They don't have a clue. So yeah, y'all don't put people down because you feel down about yourself. I want you to feel good. I'm open, honey. I want all my friends to be bad. When I say bad, looking good, looking their best. I'm not saying the baddie ain't doing. Let me stop. We used to say bad before they said baddie, okay? We did. That's our generation was saying it before they said baddie, and then before that, I think some older guy told me it was foxy and all all that stuff like that, okay? So yeah, just, love yourself. And don't, if you feel like you gotta pick on other people, like I like a little joke here and there, but if you feel like you gotta pick on other people because you don't feel good about yourself, as soon as you feel like picking on somebody because it's something about yourself you feel like you lack, I want you to work on yourself. Shut your mouth and go work on yourself, okay? This person is doing the best they can. They love themselves. Don't down them, okay? Okay? Get yourself together. Small, big, medium, tall, huge. Get your stuff together. And stop talking about other people. Stop downing them. Don't bully other people just because you look different. It's okay. You can still be beautiful. You can still be attractive. You might not have look, and then also that goes back to like who likes you. Date who likes you? Date who likes you, or like who likes you, or something like that. Hey, if that particular guy that you like, this might be some guys, because see, you're working on yourself. You ain't got there yet. There might be some guys that say you're a tall woman, right? And you're beautiful, but it's gonna be, think about it. The average height of men, they might be 5 feet something. Think about that. They're gonna feel a little intimidated. They're gonna feel a little awkward being around you. You're a tall, beautiful woman. Okay, that might be a little too much for them, and that's okay. That's okay. Okay. Be beautiful for the tall men, or be beautiful for the men. Now you might have to get you a man who, I know this beautiful tall girl. She was play basketball. You don't have to play basketball to be beautiful, but she's girly, and she dates all the time, y'all. So there's a plethora of men out here, okay, for tall, beautiful women, okay. And she's nice and thick. You might not be like this, but learn how to put your clothes on right for you. And there's a man, or 2 or 3, or maybe 4 or more out there for you. Okay. What was I gonna say about her? I don't even finish putting this on, y'all. I was gonna say that she keeps her hair done. She don't know how to do hair, but she goes get it done. She keeps her hair done, nails done. And she is a very active, I'm gonna say professional. She's a doctor. Now she's a doctor. She got her doctorate, in the medical field. She's a literal doctor. What was I gonna say? She was asking somebody in her family, hey, if she's 6'2", right? And she was like, I like this guy, but I don't know, he's 6 feet tall. And she like, I don't know, he's 6 feet tall, he's shorter than me. And I'm thinking like, girl, what? Like, girl, I get it, but come on. If you, okay, let's say you 6'2", you might be 6'5", girl, you might be 6'7", okay? If a guy is 6 feet tall and he wants you, that don't mean you have to be with him, but I'm just saying, come on now, like, give it a chance. If he's a nice looking guy, he treats you right, he thinks you're beautiful and sexy, all these things, girl, come on. Come on, girl. Give that boy a chance. And sometimes you got to give people chances that you wouldn't necessarily give a chance. Because, he looks nice. He treats you good. You think he's handsome. Give him a chance. Like, that's crazy, y'all. Come on. God, dog. And I understand it feels weird because you're way up there and then he's down there. But we got to work on confidence. That man might do all the things that you want or don't even know you want. If, just come on now. He is just simply satisfactory in life for you, in all aspects. So, y'all, come on. Listen, you don't, I get it. If you're tall, you want a tall man, I understand. I completely understand that. seeing a tall woman with a short man, that's 100% confidence for both of y'all, honey. Okay? Yeah, people gonna look. They gonna look, they gonna stare. Okay? I've seen some men, honey. I'm 5'3". Like I said, I have seen some men that are like 5 feet in this. I have seen, and they handsome. And I'm like, I don't know now. This little guy's kind of handsome here. You know what I'm saying? I might be dating a might. You know, if he's a man, he's secure. He got to be secure. Now, I don't like to deal with insecure men because it's dangerous. Ladies, it's very dangerous. It's dangerous for both. Okay? You need to date secure people, men and women, okay? Yeah, if he is, I have dated a man. He was secure. I'm pretty sure he worked on himself over years, and he just said, except I'm short, and it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you like me, you like me. If you don't, blah, blah, blah. And that's, for men, that's how you gotta be. And for women, too. Okay? Don't deal. Why would you waste your time on people that don't like you? They're gonna treat you bad. Like, stop. That's absolutely crazy. But y'all, I'm here at work, and I'm finna get off. Like, comment, and subscribe. Princess Diana, like, comment, and subscribe.